The views expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back once again. Another edition, Real People, Real Life from Wichita, Kansas, America.
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 We're here.
Smile.
There's a feud stewing.
Oh, not at all.
I've had an overdose of stupidity this week. I'm not feeling like smiling a whole lot.
I'm just thinking of Joe soaking in a bath of Roundup and how good it is for us.
Oh my God! Don't go there. Let's not go there.
Don't go there. Okay.
Now, Joey's not with us tonight because he's dealing with computers crashing and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah.
we miss you, Joey.
Yeah, we
but
do.
of course, we have Joe.
Does the FAA get involved when a computer crashes?
Absolutely. They're sending out a response team and everything. Where did they bury the survivors in?
Well,
Oh God, I have a funny feeling this is going to be very interesting. Dawn, how have you been doing, sweetie?
I have been doing fantastic. Besides getting in trouble for a certain TV commercial I was on.
I know.
But other than that, I didn't get that much trouble.
you're in
Okay.
trouble for the sales tax thing?
No. It was the other commercial for the
I
restaurant.
guess I haven't seen
You were in
that.
trouble for that?
Oh no,
It's just a bad joke.
We're trying to make light of a few things here.
Okay.
So, yeah. And how have you been doing?
Great. I'm super sore. I started working
know.
out with.
Good.
Yeah. We're featuring addiction for the topic,
Yeah.
and I'm trying very hard to not become addicted to working out, which is something that I go psycho workout girl.
Well, there are
You
chemicals
should be
released in the
addicted to
body that addict
It's
you.
good for you.
That's right.
You can get a rush, a
Endorphins.
buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it does make you kind of high. It's
Yeah.
a true story.
When you get a pump and a burn, that's almost sexual. Yeah.
It's true. But let me tell you something, though. I can't even hardly open a door right now. My arms hurt so
But it
bad.
feels like an early morning stretch just to scratch your nose.
Yeah,
right?
really, the
Oh,
cat
it's
wanted
incredible.
out. The cat wanted out in the middle of the night, and I had forgotten that I'd gone psycho workout girl for the last few days. And I stepped down and I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "What happened?" Like my legs, my thighs, everything. Right to the
Oh
floor.
wow.
I used to have a really good regimen. Joe would appreciate this. I started with 12, and I was doing 16 and 22, 30s, 2s, and then when I got
40s.
to 40s crashed.
40s.
Yeah,
Are we talking about drinking?
Yes, we are.
right?
Oh.
Workout.
Hello.
Oh, okay. You can't be serious for a second, can
But you should
I
feel
know.
those bad boys.
Ooh, check it out.
Yeah, I got guns.
Check it out. We're gonna have that.
I'm
rocking that
puny. I need to
six-pack
start
abs.
working
No,
out.
don't look at my abs yet.
Yeah.
In
Well,
about
we'll
2
get-
months.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. I have faith. I
They
have
still
faith.
won't look at your abs, then.
Right.
I was gonna say it won't matter. I
We
mean,
have
I'm
a
sorry.
strict policy there about that kind of thing,
Go
right?
ahead, go for it, girl. I'm just saying that won't be the first thing they notice. Anyway, we did get some good
Somebody
news.
had to teach
Yeah.
Dolly Parton how to do that.
Yeah, I know. Good news. Good news.
Look, I
indeed.
look up to her.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, so do we
You're
all.
taller than she is. You look down.
I look
Oh,
up
yeah, you probably need to look down on her.
Okay,
She's
what's
looking
up?
up at you.
Good news. You said we got good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Yes, Interest Arena here in Wichita
yeah.
has finalized the deal where in 2018 we will have the NCAA tournament games.
That is fantastic.
Which is really cool. I mean, they've been trying for several years to get that here, and it's nice to see that finally,
And
some
NCAA is
NCAA, not the college basketball.
oh, that's why I have no clue. I don't follow
He said
basketball.
in that
Oh,
is.
yeah. Well,
Look, is that shopping?
Oh Lord!
no idea.
Anyway, so it's nice to see that we have this big Taj Mahal of a facility downtown that sits vacant most times, unless there's a country western concert.
You can sit in it.
Huh?
That's
I
right.
know.
I can't
no, I
sit in
can't.
it.
We
yeah.
can't either.
Yeah, I know.
You
How
can't?
How you going to put a bunch of basketball players in there anyway? Come
Well,
on.
I hate to be lewd, but someone that
I'm not
has
narrow.
has this much of a
Yeah,
caboose
same here.
doesn't fit in a seat, and
Amen.
those seats are so close together that my femur does not fit between the seat in front of me
Really?
and the
Yeah.
back of the seat. I
Poorly
cannot
designed.
sit. Yeah, I
now,
cannot
you know what
sit
they
next
told
to
me,
it.
Joe? They told me just go and buy the expensive seats and it's all solid. It's all
Oh
good.
yeah, well yeah.
Well, I am excited because Fleetwood Mac's going to be there, so I'm cool
Fleetwood
with that.
Mac.
No, I'm
Yeah.
excited about it. We didn't mean to rain on your parade. That is
No,
good
no,
news.
but see, I know,
We need
yeah.
to celebrate
Stevie
that.
Nicks is the
Is-
meanest woman
Listen,
in
is
the
Stevie Nicks
business.
still with Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah.
Stevie Nicks is the meanest woman in that business.
Well,
though.
she ruined the
I
band.
caught an interview
Ruined.
with her years ago on TV
The
where she
meanest as in
named.
really mean?
Yeah, she named this guy by name that she had a crush on in high school. And this guy would
That's
never
mean.
pay attention to her. And I'm thinking, this guy is sitting there in some lounge chair with some girl in curlers watching Stevie Nicks on TV.
Ready to kill himself. because he didn't- yeah. Never mind.
That's a mean woman.
I met
That's
her.
horrible.
I've had the lovely opportunity to meet her a couple times in my life. I think the first time, if I recall correctly, the first time I met her was in God, let me age myself here. 1984. Yeah.
Boy, you were in diapers.
And, oh yeah, right. Sure, I was. Yeah, but I mean, at the time, we sat down at a very nice hotel in St. Louis.
I was in
okay?
the Marine Corps in '84.
Well, then you would love this one. Anyway, it's ironic that we even bring up Stevie Nicks because when I met her, she had just finished with her 2 CDs of her own. Okay, and if you follow her music like I have for years and years, Fleetwood Mac back to when they were the old school, one of her personal CDs says dedicated to Robin, okay, and being that that's my name, I always wanted to ask her, and what it was is her best friend is named Robin and was having issues with leukemia, and I believe it was. Of course, I've slept since then, but this was back when she was going through her addiction problems, and I'm sitting here in this fabulous, bar that's closed off area, because it was, just VIPs and stuff, and she's telling me, as she's drinking this lovely cup of hot tea, and I joined her, with that cup of hot tea, and she's telling me about her addiction problems, okay, and I'm like, wow, just because I said my name is Robin, and I've thought the world of you all my life, lady. I just adore you. And man, she just really, she's opened up, and she was so cool, and I had really one of the best evenings, just sitting there talking to her, and it was one of those, like whoa moments, okay, because here this woman that I have just I've always thought of her as an idol, music, both, music and just, the fact that she's a strong woman, to sit down with her, then and have this conversation about her weaknesses was wow. I mean,
Very open about it.
She was very open about it, and that was really interesting. And I did notice a while back, maybe a week or two ago, where she was talking about another song that she's coming out with that had to do with another abuse issue that she has, which was in relationships. And that it's really not cool, basically, is what she was saying. It's not cool to come out, openly and say, when it comes to relationships, I'm really horrible at this or whatever. I'm sorry. But she said it's okay for me to write a beautiful song, okay, and get my message out that way. And I'm like, right on, I mean, and I knew based on the comments that what she was talking about and basically who she was talking about. But it is true, we do have some great things happening in Wichita, great things happening in the state of Kansas that I think is really good news for a lot of people. But we also have something that kind of, this time of year, seems to, I mean, it's kind of like putting fuel on a fire, if you will, whether it's relationship addiction or it's
Holidays.
Holidays, and
terrible.
I've even caught a couple of my friends on Facebook talking about, not having the ability due to the economy, this, that, or whatever, that they're not going to be able to buy or afford Christmas gifts, and I noticed one of them, had said she's not going to be able to do Christmas for her kids, so she's going to increase her online gambling. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay. Anyway, so when you talk about addiction, the reason that this is a tough show for, I know, some of us to do, I mean, I lost a family member, my uncle, to a horrible lethal combination of meth, which I think is the most disgusting thing on the planet.
I do too.
And he mixed that with pharmaceuticals, everything from Oxycontin to Lortab to anything he could get his hands on, But and then of course, he went a little crazy with. It didn't matter if it was NyQuil, if there was alcohol in it, he was going to get to it. So he completely passed that point of being able to deal with him. We did get him to my house for about 2 months. And my husband and I had him to where he was walking, and he even painted the deck around the pool. Okay, so he was at one time a very awesome carpenter and functioning human being.
Right.
Okay, and we got that man clean again. And the minute that he started getting some state funds. Okay, and then there was some other company that was
Money
in charge of his
own.
state funds. We were like, no. I remember coming home from work, and he was on the bed. Half on the bed, half on the floor. And I'm like, no, I don't know who, where, how. You're not getting this, and you're not going to have it in my house. So this is a personal one for me, and I know
It's a
personal,
really personal one
very
for me.
personal one for you, and I know it's a
Personal
very
for
personal
Larry.
one for you. So this is a.
I'm in that business. I don't know.
Yeah, but I want people to understand that
Exactly.
addiction, whether it's narcotics,
Gambling.
cocaine, overeating,
Sex.
gamblers,
People are addicted to
emotions. Yeah, there's there's some folks that.
Hypochondriacs.
There's just all different
That's an
types
addiction.
of addiction. So I'm gonna have my sister. Actually, she's my sister from another mother.
I have an addiction.
It's sister from another mister.
Yeah, that too. So I'm gonna have my sister, Jody
addicted.
Conlon.
Easter.
I'm addicted to ice cream.
Oh, well, see? All right.
There you go. High
We'll see
fructose
if we
corn
can-
syrup.
All right.
It is
Well,
out there
I kept it
now.
under
I'm
control.
addicted to The
I
Walking
haven't-
Dead.
I
I'm just
haven't
going to throw
bought
it out
any.
there.
I haven't
Lord.
bought any in several months. I know.
Claim.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So, addiction can be in a lot of different forms. So I don't want anybody to think that we're just targeting any one
One
arena
specifically.
or anything like that. And Jody's going to kind of give us a little bit of her story of addiction, and then how to come out of that with the help and support of various organizations and or places here in Wichita. Because again, what we try to do is address the problem and try to help find solutions.
Yep.
That's what we're here to do.
That's what we do.
That's what we
We're doing
do.
it today.
We
It's
try to
going to be
help.
a good show. It's going to be an excellent
It's
show.
going to be a
Looking
great show.
forward
And of
to it.
course, our spotlight on local business this week.
Is-
You're going to love it. I'm not going to tell you yet. Nope, I can't tell you. It just involves this really gigantic cockadoodle-doo. Okay, we'll be right back. Real people, real life.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Real people, real life, going on location. Thanks to Mid-America Power Sports. And Go Pro 4. Now at Mid-America Power Sports, 333 Northwest Street, Wichita, Kansas, America.
At Trailer Town, we're all about selection, service, and safety. Trailer Town Selection, hundreds to choose from, small to large, lightweight aluminum to heavy-duty steel, all types, new and used. Trailer Town Service, the best in the Midwest, from wiring to axle repair. Trailer Town Safety, yes, we do Department of Transportation inspections. Trailer Town, trusted, family-owned, 301 West 53rd Street North. Knapp Weaponry is the home of Wichita's newest indoor temperature-controlled shooting range. Mention this ad for 2-for-1 pricing weekdays from noon to 4. Knapp Weaponry is an NRA Business Alliance member that offers NRA and state-certified instruction classes, training, and women's unarmed self-defense classes. We buy and sell new and used guns and offer gunsmith services. Knapp Weaponry offers a free range session with the purchase of a new gun. We also offer transfer services and an array of ammo. Knapp Weaponry, the West Side's best-kept secret.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Welcome back once again, Real People, Real Life. And of course, my sister Jody Conlon is joining us now. Hi, sis. What's
Jody?
up?
Hi.
Hi. Peace.
Peace.
I know. I love you too. All right. Before we get into our topic, something that we usually have been trying to do in that first segment is bring up an oil. An essential oil, a natural oil, and this one has been very good this last couple of weeks for me anyway.
As long as it's legal.
This is legal.
It's not. Yeah.
This is from the. This is from the.
So far
it is. Yeah, I don't know. The FDA could be on it next, but anyway, this one is from the doTERRA line, which is a little bit more of an expensive line that we carry at Karma. This is called Past Tense, and
Past tense.
Past tense. So we're gonna get rid of the tension and all this, right? So I've been using this, at the hospital on my dad. I've used this a lot of times, just to get that cobwebs out. So before we got ready to start this segment, some of us put a little bit of this on, and you can just kind of tell me because I love this stuff. But
I think she's
if
saying
you
we
ever
have
want to
to
know, if you want to know about essential oils, you can stop by Karma Connections. We've got oils that are absolutely phenomenal, and yes, they're legal. Okay.
That for my customers.
Yeah, you might need to stock up.
They walk through the door. You're stupid.
Now I can smell you coming.
That was like the patchouli last week.
Yeah.
You're never going to forget that one.
I smell patchouli on women constantly, but I never have smelled it on a man. But I will notice.
You will know why.
I will notice, and I will know. I'll be like, want
okay.
some ice cream?
Oh, God. Jody is here to talk to us today, okay, about our topic, okay, and this is a very difficult topic for people to come forward and talk about, okay. I cannot tell you
how grateful
for one, but I've been at a meeting here in Wichita at a facility that was to help younger folks, and Jody got up and spoke, and I had already known Jody's story because she'd shared it with me before, but I'll tell you what, I would listen, okay. I don't know. I'm gonna let you lead into this however you want to go with it, sister. Talk to me about addiction.
Oh, well, I'm Jody and I'm an alcoholic. My drug of choice. Hi, guys.
Hey, Jody.
My drug of choice is methamphetamine. I played around with getting sober back in '97. It was a game though. This last time I relapsed, and I'm coming up on 5 years on December 27th.
Of being sober?
Being sober.
Congratulations.
Love it.
Do you trust yourself yet?
I feel pretty confident, but I also stay very humble. I think that's what I've learned in these last 5 years is what is important for me to be successful, and that's to keep my humility and to stay connected with the community. One of the things I think is hardest for most people is a fellow person with an addiction problem is the person that is going to understand us best. Yes, there are people that have issues with family members or something like that, but for me to go up and say, I'm having cravings or this commercial just
sparked it.
Right.
I fear that the guest I invited, I triggered by inviting her for this because
she may not
carry
now.
Don't carry.
I'm not.
That,
I'm not.
But I understand what you're saying.
But I fear that may be the conditions.
Yeah. And I mean, when I had to go to treatment, I can remember some of the girls in there saying, well, I can't go to Dylan's, I'm thinking, okay, your life is really going to be messed up. I mean, at some point in time, you're going to have to get past that.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that you have to stay connected to your group.
Right.
To do that for me, and I'm strictly speaking only on my level, is I have to work the steps, I have to have a sponsor, and I have to go to meetings. It seems simple, but it's very, very hard.
So what you mean is by your group is not the group that you were getting in trouble
Running
with.
Right.
You have to build a new support group, and you have to force yourself to stay with that group. It's real important because, like, when people that have, like, bipolar, they start taking medications, they convince themselves they don't need those medications anymore. It's very similar. They convince themselves maybe they don't need those support groups anymore.
Right.
But your opinion is that never let go of that.
I think you should have an accountability group people that will call you on your stuff. You have to have people that know you, that you put down those walls.
So when you put up the BS, they
Right.
recognize it
They'll
for
call
what
you
it
on
is.
Right, right. And those are the people that you have to keep around you. We can manipulate. I mean, I think
Right.
that's human nature.
Absolutely.
We learn how to manipulate. We learn how to move people into places so that we can play that martyr role. I know I can, and it's hard to acknowledge it, but once you acknowledge your character defects, then you can grow through them.
Right.
And the neat thing about it that I've had to learn the hard way is that character defects can be also character assets.
I agree.
You know, and everything we do should be in moderation. I don't go into bars. It's just not something I do to play with me. My recovery is very important to me. Other people, it's fine for them. I don't knock anybody. I don't go in and mess up somebody else's good time. I don't need to. I know what I'm capable of, I know what I'm not capable of, and I know where my boundaries are met.
It's good.
If I need to go into a bar, I'll go in for 45 minutes and leave and go to a meeting. Or I'll take somebody with me that's in the program that I feel safe with, that I can go in there and have a sandwich with. It's all addressable. It's all stuff that you just learn what you're good with inside. There's so many other addictions, and we can focus just on alcoholic behavior, but my goodness, when you stop and you see how many people
Absolutely.
have issues, step one is that we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives are unmanageable. You can put any word in there instead of alcohol. You can put gambling, overeating, emotions,
Relationships.
relationships, anything you want to in there. When it
Shopping.
starts controlling our thoughts, our patterns, our behaviors, it has controlled us
Yes.
to a negative.
Right.
If people embraced this program, and I think that's what I wanted mostly to bring to everybody's attention, if we use these 12 steps on all of our issues that we have, I think we'd probably have better solutions. You know, that's what I think I have learned so much out of this program, is I don't have to live in the problem anymore.
Right.
I have an opportunity to push through these 12 steps and become a solution, and to show other people how to have a solution. Because I think one of the things we come in here is with no hope. All of our dreams are dashed. We've lost everything. I know I did. I've lost my family. That has been the hardest. That has been the hardest.
Yeah, I know.
I fear my daughter's going to experience the same thing once she gets out, because she's lost all 3 of her boys. I did what I could to keep one, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's special needs, so I couldn't.
Right.
But I feel you, because that's something. I mean, you can't undo it.
Yeah.
You can't
I
undo
knew
that.
we were going to have some tears
Some
today.
choices really
You know.
are permanent.
Yes.
You know, the consequences, and people don't realize that. You know, and I know you say meth is your drug of choice, and it's been my experience. I've worked in the entertainment industry my entire life, and
I would have never guessed, by the way.
Oh. And so I've seen all. I've seen it. You know, I mean, you're an observer when you're on that side of the bar. You really are, unless you're joining them, which I usually am in more of a management
Business.
position. So but I see meth as so much more. I mean, it's faster. Like, the negative effects are faster. Both. I'm far too vain to do any drugs like that. I would never. I watched my cousins and go from pretty girls to not pretty girls, and and so I would never do that. But like, there's no appeal to it. You know, they made cigarette smoking sexy. You know, so there was always some kind of appeal to everything, and drinking. You have a good time, but you never see any appeal. But yet people flock to it. You know, and I see very few of them actually recover to a point of trusting themselves, and that's why I asked you that. I know several people.
We've got a core contingent that comes to the club that are all recovering addicts, and they don't have a problem being there in the pool room. Their focus becomes the pool.
Right.
And with the amount of liquor that we've got there available, that says something. Some of these people have the mental wherewithal to get past what the problem is, and being around it isn't a temptation. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably,
that's why I
there's
asked you if you
probably
trust yourself yet.
40, 45 people that I can think of that are recovering, and they're down there every day, every week.
Playing
Yeah, that's just
That's because in their mind, they're not viewing it as that's the place I'm going to go get drunk. They're viewing it like that's where I'm going to go find my camaraderie and my pool tournaments.
And they're open about talking about it, too. And they see somebody that's getting too far gone. We've had little mini AA meetings pop up back there next to the North Bar, which I always thought was kind of ironic. But, yeah, all of them will wash their hands of somebody that ain't going to listen. They just, well, it's his choice.
Because until you're ready, there's no amount of recovery treatment that will help you.
Nobody's going to fix anything until they decide to fix themselves.
That seems to be one of the hardest things for family members to accept is that no matter what you do or say or try, unless that person makes that decision that they're going to stop for today, there's really nothing you can do but just cry.
So I want to ask you a question, okay? Because this is, I mean, I was very hands-on. As soon as I realized there was an issue, I got my daughter clean for a really long time. It wasn't until she gave birth to her last child that she met the wrong person, and just, we're talking 5 years clean, threw it all away. Okay, what was it for you that was your deciding factor? Did you go to jail? Did you get in trouble? I mean, what was the deciding factor that made you dislike it enough to decide you were done?
Here we go. Enough was enough. I did go to jail. My bail bondsman came and got me. It took me 2 days to get a DUI and a possession charge. That's how fast I picked up after all this clean time.
2 days after you relapsed?
2 days. 2 days. I got a DUI and a possession charge. I started running hard. My bail bondsman came and found me. I'm all 123 pounds soaking wet, thinking I'm looking really slick.
Okay,
right?
okay, I've seen it.
And I cried with happiness because I couldn't figure out how to stop. I was absolutely, completely miserable, and I couldn't figure out how to stop. And God, as I understand Him, came and brought Raz, and He took me. And I'm the only idiot, I think, out there that has a smile on their face in their mugshot.
Going to jail, right?
I was
like,
so
finally
happy. I was so happy. And, you know, I got a lot of things handled that way. It wasn't the way I should have done it, but it got handled. And I had a lot of loss with my family. My family lives 8 minutes away. Not that I timed it or anything, but my family's 8 minutes away, and I'm dead to them.
Yeah.
Still, even after 5 years of recovery, and you know,
this is when it's going to get a little bit tough here, and we're going to come right back. But we got to take a real quick hard break. Real people, real life. We'll be right back.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg Drive. A Wichita tradition for awesome dining and always a great time. Enjoy our Monday to Thursday specials, including half-price chicken and shrimp dinners. Sal's is open 7 days a week. Come in, relax, and let us give you the treat of fine dining and good fun in a beautiful atmosphere. From our family to yours, Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg, Wichita, Kansas.
At Economy Motors, we've got your back. We are the home of Easy Pay. At a time when everything costs more, not with us. Everything, all makes, all models are still priced $12,995 and under. Great selection and adding more every week. Now is the perfect time to come in and take your pick with just $100 to put the car of your choice in layaway. Bad credit, no worries. We are here to help you. Economy Motors, 2305 South Broadway.
Economy Motors, we got your back.
Credit King
Credit King Auto Sales, the king of buy here, pay here. Bad credit, no problem. The King specializes in getting you in the ride you want no matter the credit score. Credit King doing it better all the time with the largest selection to choose from in all price ranges at one location. The King's Corner, 31st Street South and Broadway. Kansas' biggest buy here, pay here. GoCreditKing.com.